Hey, it's Aaron, and today I'm with the 2023 Toyota 4Runner. This year on the 4Runner marks its 40th anniversary. This is the 40th anniversary special edition. It's basically an SR5 Sport, I think it's called, with some add-ons. I'll go over what some of those are, but otherwise the 4Runner is still the same it's been since about 2010. So we're looking at, 13 years for this particular generation. But the 4Runner is a mainstay in the U.S. auto market now. I was alive when the first ones came out. I don't remember them very, very well from that exact time period. I was still a kid, but I did have a friend that had I believe it was a 1984, so it would have been the second year of production. Back in those days, they were very different. They were basically what became the Tacoma pickup truck, so they were the Toyota pickup truck with a permanent shell on the back, is best way to describe what they were like back in those days. So very different now, and pretty good. There's a few things if I was shopping for one of these, I'll go over that, but if I was shopping for something in this genre, if I was using it for family hauling, I would not buy this. But if I wanted real off-road prowess and the feel of a actual body-on-frame SUV, this is definitely it. So yeah, let's go over it and check it out.
This review is brought to you by Charcoal Toothpaste.
So you saw a little bit what was going on from the front up there, hopefully before the sun came out and started glaring off the lens. But from the side, you can really see what they did for the 40th anniversary. This is such an awesome throwback. I've been using the word radical a lot. So this is pretty rad, I gotta say. Yeah, if you're a fan of like Stranger Things, you might have seen one of the original versions of the 4Runner on that show. This striping is not from the 1983 model, but there was something very similar. There was also the one that was most common was to see the big fat stripe going along here. And I had a friend in the 90s, so by then his truck was probably 15 years old. He had I think it was a 1984, and it had the white cap on the back, and it had the big and this same color red paint. The red paint is really what sells this, and then the stripe is just a nice huge bonus on top of that, having this kind of sunset stripe across there, or sunrise. So really, really cool. Speaking of sunrise, the sun just decided to come out from the clouds. Okay. Anyway, for the 40th anniversary edition, the color scheme and especially these stripes are part of the package. Also, these brass colored wheels are exclusive to the 40th anniversary. Beautiful wheels, I love those. Back in the day, they of course would have been Steelies, but now they're, not. But also back in the day, the standard safety equipment included a lap seat belt. Actually, no, it was a shoulder seat belt. And I think that was it. I think that was as far as it went for advanced safety back then. Now there's a whole suite of things, airbags all over the place, front collision and all that good stuff. So anyway, most of everything else on the 4Runner as far as this package goes is pretty standard. Sunroof is added on, and the brass wheels are matched by some brass stitching on the inside. It's pretty subtle, you have to look for it, but around the edges of the seats and a couple of other places in there, you will see the brass stitching that goes with these wheels. Also, the 40th anniversary plates, the little plates there's one on the back, there's some inside, the floor mats have it. Those are also part of this package. Otherwise, it is the same as usual. Same 6-cylinder engine under here. Same, I believe it's a 6-speed transmission. Same 4-wheel drive all the time. So full-time 4-wheel drive. And yeah, terrible fuel economy compared to most of the other options on the market. High step in and step out height, which is another downer. But style wise, this is a great looking rig. I really like the way that Toyota has kind of gone with their trucks. So with the pickup trucks like this, the Tacoma and the Tundra, they've done a really good job of putting nice styling on them. The Sequoia has really good styling as well. It's also SUV. So yeah, just a lot of nice lines, heavy fenders, but not bulky, just heavy to tell you that it's robust, but not to, you know, look how cool I am. Not like that, you know, it's not in your face. Really good setup. I love this stripe though. It's such a cool thing. There's also a black color that I've seen this stripe on that looks pretty good, but honestly, this red is the way to go as far as the colors go for this, because it's just, I mean, look how rad. Come on. So anyway, we'll talk a little bit about the working end, then we'll get inside a little bit and call this good. Like I said, the 4Runner hasn't changed since 2010 fundamentally, so there really isn't a whole ton to cover that you probably don't already know. So on the back here, you might notice that this is brass. They were on the front as well, so the marquees are brass. Here's the plate I was talking about, 40th anniversary thing. And it just says 4Runner 40th, and then it has the stripes to match over there. When you open it, it's still manual. So when you look at the cargo bay here, there is an option for another row of seats, but not on this one. You have to go to one of the other packages. What you can get for this are some of the accessories like the slide out tray and other stuff, which are not on this particular one. There is a 120 volt outlet over there. There's also a 12 volt out over there. There's tie down points on all four corners. There can be a cargo cover that's not included on this particular one. This floor mat right here, cargo mat, I believe is standard with the SR5, so there you go. Other than that, that's pretty much the cargo bay. There's a lot of space in here. It's a nice big space. And also, the 4Runner is one of the only vehicles left where you can do this. Ta-da! Really awesome. Love that stuff. So that's pretty much the working end. Let's go. Oh, and towing. Yeah, so this can tow. Here's the hitch. I'll throw some numbers on the screen because I don't remember them. Here's the back seats. I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but there is that brass stitching around here. Subtle, like I said, but nicely done. So the back seat is a bench, of course, and it's a pretty good size. So I actually fit in here. That's kind of a surprise, actually. I'm getting close because my hair sticks up because it's growing long. But I still have, I don't know, maybe an inch of headroom. So 6'3", I still have about an inch, and that's with the sunroof up there. So pretty decent back here. The seats are okay. My legs are a little long for them, but I can put my feet under the seat in front of me, and you can see hopefully the leg room that I have with that seat set for me at 6'3" up there. So plenty of knee room. I can put my feet under the chair in front of me to give me a little more thigh support, and nicely done back here. Like most vehicles this size, the center seat is the chump seat. You are not going to be comfortable sitting there. But there are a couple of USB-A's down there on the center console at the bottom, and also some air vents back here to move climate back here. It is this is a single zone climate, and it's the old school turn the knobs to set it how you want. There is no like temperature setting or automatic anything like that. Yeah, I think that's it back here. Let's go look at the front and then we'll wrap this up. So up front here, again, brass stitching. You'll see it all over the place. There's a 40th anniversary plate over there. And just to show you, and I'll take a picture of it, this is number 1 of 4040 that they're making of this particular 4Runner. So I'll take a picture of that because I didn't realize that until just now, and that's pretty rad. I'm going to use the word rad a lot because it fits this vehicle. Lots of headroom up here. I have the seat most of the way to the floor, so it can rise up a little bit from here. It is electric adjust on this side, not on that side. Actually, it is on that side. I said that wrong. It is on that side too. Nicely done up here. The infotainment is dated, but still works great. Works just fine. Do not use the voice prompts. The menus are tedious and long and take forever, so don't bother with those. This has heated seats and not cooled, just heated seats, and that's it. There is no heated steering wheel, but it does have heated wipers, which is a nice bonus if you live where I live here in Wyoming or a place like that. Beautiful to have that. Radar cruise control included on this, but it is the old dongle style down here instead of on the steering wheel. The whole steering wheel layout and everything is pretty old school in terms of it really hasn't changed in the last 10 years. But nicely done interior overall. Fairly quiet on the highway. I was really surprised how quiet this is. I expected it to make more noise and it didn't. So nice job there. And a couple of pet peeves up here. My primary one being that like the 4-wheel drive controls are way over here, right? Way off on the side. And but I do like the size of the knobs. These are huge knobs up here, easy to get a hold of. You always know what you're grabbing when you reach for it. So really nicely done on that. This rubber insert sticks to your cup, which is a big annoyance. It also sticks to paper cups, just FYI. So to get it off, you actually have to have two hands. I've tried it one-handed, and even with my big old mitts, I just can't reach down there enough to actually pull this apart to get the cup to come out. Really, it's dumb that it's like that. But, you know, coffee. That's not going to slow me down. Yeah, that's pretty much it up here. So I think that's it for this car. Let's go wrap this up. So there you have it. That is the 2023 Toyota 4Runner in its 40th anniversary edition. Really cool rig. I really love this color scheme, the look of it, the stripes. It's just so retro rad. It's really cool. Otherwise, pretty standard 4Runner. And the 4Runner is a pretty good vehicle as is. So nicely done there. And I like it overall. It's a little weird to drive, but if you're into like Jeeps and body on frame trucks, none of that's going to be a problem for you because all of them drive like that. This one, because of the narrow track, is a little more squirrely, but they did a really good job with the vehicle stability and other things. So you'll never feel like it's going to flip over. You're just always going to be a little bit when you're going down the highway or something. So anyway, that's it. That's what I got. This is the 2023 Toyota 4Runner in its 40th anniversary edition. This has been Aaron. Talk to you again soon.
Subscribe.